So this episode, something a little bit different, on a trip with a discussion group from Ireland and the UK. So looking around several herds here for 3 days. There's 10 of us going around and seeing some very interesting things. So yeah, we flew into Manchester from Dublin on Monday, and we looked at some grazing farms, block spring, block autumn, and split block calving. So yeah, they were really interesting. But yes, for something different, we visited Turn Downs down in Shropshire, organic, very interesting, growing a lot of grass, homeopathic remedies, doing the job really well, very impressive. Then we went on to Paul Dean, who's on the edge of the Peak District and milking cows once a day. Still 350 kilos of milk solids on some really challenging land. And yeah, really, again, free with information and willing to just share everything about the system. And it's great to see a guy in his 50s who's still just loving the job so much, loved milking cows, but that's because the system really suits it and the people are just happy in it. And Given Peacock in Chester, which we'll start with on Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, that was really interesting. Milking 770 cows, fully housed, TMR, milking 3 times a day, doing about 12,200 litres a cow. And and that's about 950 kilos of milk solids a cow. So really fantastic to see. Happy cows, contented. People were all loving the system and low carbon footprint. It was just quite an eye-opener for a very grazing-based group. So yeah, have a look.
We kept putting more cows on every year, and we kind of hit like capacity on the Parlor. I think we got, well, first time we hit capacity, we felt like when we hit 500 and we were about to go to 6. Shit, this is taking too long, we'll go 3 times a day. So then we went 3 times a day, and then the yields went up from 9,000 litres to 11.5 at the time. And then I think we hit like a peak, we hit 755 cows in milk we hit going through the Parlor, doing 29,000 litres one Christmas. And it's like, that's just too hard, that is. So then we started spreading, so we spent about 3 or 4 years tightening each year. And then we spent 3 years stretching back out again.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, I said, oh, we'll shave the top off and fill the gap. But you know what it's like, you shave a bit off the top, but buy a few more cows to fill the gap and up the yields a bit more. And then we found that we had less and less cows eligible to graze, because we were working on the basis of, because we were on 3X, it was like they had to be pregnant and under 35 litres to go out. And we found we were getting less, and we go down, like we were running a group of about 120 loads out of like 750 cows. So it was like the system just evolved and changed itself really back to, and then this is our 3rd year of fully housed. We've not turned anything out. And it's a lot easier running one system and not running 2 systems. So we kind of, yeah, so that's it. It's just like full TMR, fully housed.
And what do volumes go up to now?
We're up to 12,000 litres a cow. We're averaging just like 39.7 today. It's like 654 in milk. Shipped just under 26,000 yesterday. Yeah, they're milking pretty well. Body fats are like 4.3 at the moment, and proteins 345. I kind of look more interested in like is how much it's costing me to produce a litre of milk, and it's about margin, isn't it? Different system to you guys, will be on a smaller margin, but just banging the litres out. Every time we put another batch of cows on, they make more money than the previous ones, don't they? Because all your costs are already in. You're already paying for your Parlor, your mixer wagon, everything else.
Diluting your fixed costs.
Yeah, so we squeeze a few more cows on, it's pretty good really. We keep squeezing a few on, but we've not really. We came into this Parlor, we were all over there like 10 years ago. February 2014 we came into this Parlor. We had 200 cows doing 5,000 litres a day. We moved over here, and then within 18 months we were like 350, and then we just kept going every year, building another shed. It's a 30-60 swing over with ADF. We're running 3 people in the day in there, morning and afternoon, and 1 outside, and then at night we run 2 in the parlour and 1 outside.
What's it, ADF?
It's like the back flush and teat spray, so where it pulls off it teat sprays the cows just before, within the cluster, just before it pulls off the cow, and then back flushes the cluster out. So it saves kind of half a man in the parlour, and then that's it there. Once you've done that, they're on a maximum on time of 8 minutes, because it's like a side of 30 cows. If they can't, they've got to go. If they can't milk in 8 minutes, they won't have much left in them. Yeah, you can feed them pretty quick. About an hour and a half to feed. You know, 650 cows.
So I don't know whether you said what's your milking time? So how are they spread?
We milk like 4:45, 1:45, and 8:45. So the night one's like an hour closer than what it should be. It should be really like an hour later, but it doesn't really matter because it's 3x.
And are they all taking roughly the same time, the 3 of them?
Night milking slightly quicker because it's it's an hour earlier, but it means everybody goes home at more sociable time. You know, they're finishing between 11:30 and 12 generally, unless there's stuff carving. But then if there's stuff carving, they sort that out. They milk the cow, bag the calf, move the calf. So when we get up in the morning, we generally don't have much to deal with, and I don't have to do night checks or anything now, which is what I really hated. When night checks are great when you had 150 cows and 200 cows, but when we got to like 450 cows, you start to realise there's pretty well something happening every night. You come out and twice a day, there's something carved, or there's something got stuck in a cubicle, or shit like that, and it's just a pain in the arse. To get you an idea, these are the guys that are having the cow refusals. So I mean, you can kind of get an idea of like the growth rates we're getting when you see the size of that's a January 25th. That one is that yeah? So
January this year.
She's January 25th, 24. Yeah. So you can see the growth rates you can get out of these things.
She'll be the size of my in-calf heifer.
Conception rate's running at about 36-37%.
And use the sex?
Yeah, we use sexed and Angus. Yeah, we're down below 400 days, which I'm happy with. With the kind of yields we're doing. I mean, some cows we will hold off serving because if she's doing over 70 litres, because usually our starting point's like 42 days. But if you've got a 70 litre cow, I'm not serving that 42 days. She's going to wait a while, Because trying to dry cows off giving like 45 litres is just criminal, isn't it? It's just not right. So we just leave some of them a bit longer.
So then is there a bit of balancing with a cow that won't go in calf if she's still giving over 40 for a long time?
No, I just keep serving it.